want smoke, I'll light this red. You running with me, asthma attack. Trees are outside, I roll indo. My hot boxer lift your windows. Got them biting off my lines hook, but they just minnows. If you really want it with the boss, I'm altruistic. Except I never gave an F, I keep it futuristic. Feature epiphanies every time I line out my linguistics. I dunk you foul with the tech, that's what I call ballistics. You want it hot, I give you ties, son, feel my fury.
Whoever sees this and subscribes right now will get a free hubcap. Keep rolling. What's going on, YouTube? It's Knox Hill, and we're back with our reaction series. So today, man, today's a special day because we're going to do some NF. Well, we're going to do it a little bit differently today because we're actually going to do a song that NF is featured on. Now, I'm talking about Futuristic and NF Epiphany. Now, I'm really interested with this one, guys, because NF doesn't really do features, and yet here we have a song where he is featured on. I've always been curious to hear this one. We haven't really done a lot of Futuristic. We've only done his YouTube Cypher reaction. I've not done any Futuristic songs, so I'm excited to kind of really do Futuristic for the first time on this channel. Also, if you guys like the track in the beginning, Futuristic has a challenge, the Cool AF Challenge. Go check that out, please. Support me. I'm trying to win it. I'm trying to get on the track of Futuristic. If you guys like those bars and what I'm doing, then go support that video. The link will be below. Also, I just read a stat, guys, that 75% of you who are watching these videos right now are not subscribed. Please, if you like the content that I'm doing, if you like what I'm bringing to the table, then do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. You might have subscribed in the past, but something might have happened with YouTube where you're not subscribed anymore. So please double check that and hit that button below. All right, so Futuristic, NF, two very different styles and very different artists. I wonder how this is gonna work. Let's find out. Step up to the plate, boys. Let's see what you got. Already, man, we got another piano beat. And I know it's funny because this is Futuristic featuring NF, not the other way around. So Futuristic has chosen to go with the piano sound that NF loves so much. Let's see where we go with this one.
I had an epiphany, I was repeating history. I was doing everything I hated, a weight on my shoulders, I let it all get to me. I had an epiphany.
Yo, that was cool. Let's bring that back.
Thing I hated.
Watch this.
I had an epiphany, I was repeating history. I was doing everything I hated, a weight on my shoulders, I let it all get to me.
So we have this piano, so smooth, and it just sets the tone. And you have this drop, and then everything hits, kind of like an innate production style. And you see Futuristic walk into the room to get change, but then Nate walks back out. I really like that symmetry. I wonder if we're going to carry this connection through. That's cool, man. That was a dope transition.
I was doing everything I hated, a weight on my shoulders, I let it all get to me. I had an epiphany, I just smiled at my enemies. I was listening to everybody who was talking but never did shit for me. Yeah.
I was listening to everybody who was talking but never did shit for me. That is real statements right there. That is the heart of real music, man. Because as you grow and as you get successful, you know, you're going to get all these people that say, oh, I always believed in you. I always knew you could do it. But where were you when I wasn't anything? Where were you when I had nothing? You weren't there. You never did anything for me. But now you want to offer? Now you want to act like you've always been by my side?
I was listening to everybody who was talking but never did shit for me. Yeah. I had an epiphany. I was looking at everybody else that's up in the industry. They ain't as sick as me.
Nice transition
I had
again.
An epiphany. I was seeing somebody that never had no good intentions for me. Now she missing me. Yeah. Now she missing me. Moral of the story is nobody did it for me. Had to
Yo, this camera work is amazing. I love it. Okay, it's not the typical like deep greens and blues that you see with the Nate editing, so it feels like we're in the Matrix or like 8 Mile, but still it's a very desaturated look. Like the coloring is not what you see in real life, right? It's almost sort of grayscale, but there's a little bit of like the warmer colors coming through. This is really coolly edited and shot already, man. I'm gonna like this.
Moral of the story is nobody did it for me, had to make a change. I was living in the city with no scene, I had a dream, I had to make a lane.
I was living in the city with no scene, I had a dream, I had to make a lane. Listen to that delivery, man. It's like very well punctuated. And how true is it? Because Futuristic is from Arizona, right? No hip hop scene. He literally had to create this lane himself. and go and get it in his own way.
Always knew that I couldn't live off a minimum wage, dripping the pay stuff. I had a minimal taste for all the fame stuff, but I got into the game without a cent to my name, and now I'm balling like I'm in the NBA, bruh.
Now I'm balling like I'm in the NBA, bro. Balling because he didn't have a cent to his name, right? Now he's making money, he's getting paid, he's balling, but also balling literally in the NBA. Nice little double right there.
Stuff, but I got into the game without a cent to my name, and now I'm balling like I'm in the NBA, bruh. And I know I got a lot, but I'm not content. If they ask me to stop, I will not consent.
And I know I got a lot, but I'm not content. If they ask me to stop, I will not consent. Like that internal rhyme scheme on the op sounds, but then at the end too. Nice, man. Nice different sort of scheme here.
Block is my shot to miss. You can meet me at the top if you...
Hold up.
If they ask me to stop, I will not consent. Never let nobody block is my shot to miss. You can meet...
Never let nobody block. Like block isn't get in his way. Shot to miss, he's not going to miss his shot. But also he's playing off the NBA, the basketball schemes, like blocking his shot. And Futuristic, he gets a little sexual sometimes too. Is he talking about, you know, getting blocked in other ways too with his shot to miss? Could be a triple there.
I'm not content. If they ask me to stop, I will not consent. Never let nobody block is my shot to miss. You can meet me at the top if you hop the fence. And you climb the stairs and you fight the beast. And you lose your way, then you find your peace. And you do it sober, then you find a drink. Then you spiral down and it all repeats. And I always had a vision I could get it, so I did it.
Wow. Those are some raw words right there, you know, climbing at the top. You can find me if you hop the fence. And then talking about doing it sober. But then the second you have a drink, having this downward alcoholic spiral. And then you just fall down back to where you came from. You work so hard to get to a certain place. But then addiction hits and you just fall back down.
Sober, then you find a drink, then you spiral down, and it all repeats. And I always had a vision I could get it, so I did it by my lonely. I don't owe nobody nothing, never let nobody own me. Got some money from the music and I spend it on the homies, but don't put nothing before me. Gave a whip to Lil Brody and I'm only getting started. And I'm eating with the people that I starve with.
Hey, that is terrible table service right there, man. Like, he's getting all the plates together to take away, and then he just leaves them on the table. What's going on, Future? But yo, that flow switch, man, that was nice. Just that rapid, no breathing flow. Well put.
So I did it by my lonely. I don't owe nobody nothing, never let nobody own me. Got some money from the music and I spend it on the homies, but don't put nothing before me. Gave a whip to Lil Brody and I'm only getting started. And I'm eating with the people that I starve with. And my batteries I had.
I love that line. I'm eating with the people that I starve with, my day ones, the people who didn't have anything, who started with me, who I know I can trust, because there's nothing greater than loyalty. I like that, man. That's heavy.
But went to Lil Brody and I'm only getting started. And I'm eating with the people that I starve with. And my batteries, I had to recharge them.
Nice.
I made an album, but that shit was garbage. Yo, I was trapped in a gimmick. I
made an album, but it was garbage? What is he referring to? He didn't like one of his albums? Can somebody comment below, please? Let me know. Let me know the backstory to that. Wow. To come out and say that, though, and to admit that. Like, I made an album. It was garbage. I didn't like it. Wow.
I had to recharge him. I made an album, but that shit was garbage. Yo, I was trapped in a gimmick. I finally get it. I'm here to make music.
Look at that. Nate has his headphones in too. So Futuristic, like he's working, right? But we're showing that this is him grinding in his minimum wage job like he was talking about. But he realized like he didn't want to stay working in that job. He didn't want to stay working in that gig for minimum wage. Like he had this dream with music. So even while he's working, his mind is thinking about music and where he wants to go. And then you have this mirroring of Nate in the same situation, right? Similar work outfit. He's got his headphones in too as he's taking them out. I love the connections in this video. So cool.
An album, but that shit was garbage. Yo, I was trapped in a gimmick. I finally get it. I'm here to make music that matters.
I was trapped in a gimmick. I finally get it. I'm here to make music that matters. Love the cadence on that. And there it is right there. That says it all, isn't it? He didn't like that album. He was trapped in a gimmick with it. That wasn't him. That wasn't the music that matters. Real talk.
Yo, I was trapped in a gimmick. I finally get it. I'm here to make music that matters. If I die, it'll all be alright. Cause the message I gave you will live for me after.
Nice.
In my chapter will highlight a lifetime of energy gave through a bright mind. How you never had to stand on the sideline. How you the guide to your own guidelines.
How you're the own guide to your guidelines. Energy from a bright mind. So energy, giving it because of light, bright, but also playing off of his bright mind. It's a nice little double right there. That's nice, man. There's some nice little punches thrown in here. Like, there's some real talk and some heavy stuff and words of wisdom here. And him talking about how he's changing lanes, how he wants to make music that matters, how he wants his words to live on, thinking about what he wants to be defined as an artist. But still, he's showing that he's got some punches, man. He's got some nice little doubles and metaphors thrown in there, too. This is cool. This is cool vibes. I wasn't sure how Futuristic and NF were going to come together on this track, because it just seems like they have such different styles, but this is working, man. This video symmetry is working. The grading to the video is nice. Futuristic's choice of production and the instrumentation lines up with Nate so well. I see this now. This is smart.
How you never had to stand on the sideline. How you the guide to your own guidelines. That's an epiphany. I had an epiphany, yeah. That's an epiphany.
Nice. Another great transition.
I had an epiphany, yeah. I had an epiphany that I can make history.
You know what's also cool about this is that it's kind of like riding a wave, isn't it? And I've said this before. The verse, we've got so much percussion going on, and the bass rocking. And Futuristic came with a really spitter type of flow. So it's fast. We got a fast tempo. But then we drop it down. I had an epiphany. And there's no percussion going on. And you're just letting things breathe, letting them mellow out. And then we start to build. And then Nate comes in, and the percussion hits back in again.
I had an epiphany that I can make history, that I could prove everyone wrong that told me I wasn't cut out for this music thing.
Nice.
Yeah, I had an epiphany. What if I took my energy and use it on positive things in my life instead of the people that lie to me, huh? Yeah.
Such truth, man. Just every time he talks, I feel like I'm listening to a philosopher, just someone who thinks very deeply about life. Like, instead of wasting my energy on the negativity, right, on the people that wish me ill, what if I took that energy and that time and focus on the positive things? And even I suffer from it too, sometimes I dive into the battles with the trolls on this page, into the negativity and the negative comments. And instead of spending time on that, if I just focus more on creating more content and more music and the positive things that are actually going to get me somewhere in life, that is real talk.
And use it on positive things in my life instead of the people that lie to me, huh? Yeah, I had an epiphany that I could put all of my hurt into music and use it for people that might feel the same as me. Yeah, I had an epiphany. What if everyone knew my depression was worse than they thought? They probably gonna look at me differently.
Man, I mean, we're not talking about crazy punchlines here. We're just talking about music that is so relatable. And I think that is Nate's gift, is that he just says things that so many people can relate to, and you just feel it on a deeper level.
My depression was worse than they thought. They probably gonna look at me differently. Yo, this song got me going back when I was a stupid kid, thinking maybe I can make it in the music biz. And then I figured out the politics and realized that half of y'all don't even know what music is. Ain't going nowhere. I told them to get you.
So true, man. So much of the industry and labels, it's a political game. And it's not actually about the content creation and making something original and unique. Sometimes it's just about, well, what's going to sell? What can we repackage and just remarket and resell, instead of doing things for the sake of the art and the real music that Nate represents, and also the real music in the lane that Futuristic is representing in this song and what he wants to do and become.
To me, feels like I'm living in a movie scene. A bunch of people trying to tell me how to act and breathe. One thing I never let nobody ever do is tell me who to be. I never gotten to the party scene.
Never let anyone tell you who to be, right? They can never take your ideas from you and what you believe in. Live by those words.
Tell me how to act and breathe. One thing I never let nobody ever do is tell me who to be. I never gotten to the party scene. Maybe I was just scared to drink. Cause addiction, it runs in my family. That's someone I was scared to be. You're looking pitiful.
Cause addiction, it runs in my family. That's someone I was scared to be. Hear that? Do. Nice control of the voice. And how real is that? Because we did How Could You Leave Us? We've done these songs now with his mom addicted to pills. And if you have a parent who has a strong addiction, then odds are against you. The second that you have a drink or take what could be an addictive substance, that's it for you. You're more vulnerable to it than someone whose parents don't suffer from addiction. So Nate is saying, that's why I never got involved in the party scene, because it's so dangerous for me. I could easily go down that path as well, and I've seen what it does, to people.
Maybe I was just scared to drink. Cause addiction, it runs in my family. There's someone I was scared to be. You're looking pitiful compared to me since I could barely read. All I wanted was somebody I could trust that I knew would keep it real with me. Rap's always been a mirror for me. That's when I figured out that maybe I'm the one that's gotta make it on my own. Yeah, it's clear to see. A lot of people thinking when I'm
Rap's always been a mirror for me. Wow. Wow. So he's saying like this music, it's not just for other people. He holds it up to himself. He speaks to himself through the music. He's talking to himself. Rap is the mirror. That's why it's clear to him. Because his inner thoughts, his inner fears and feelings and everything, he puts them and releases them into this music. It's his outlet. And then he goes back and he listens to that music and he looks at it and he tries to see what he's trying to tell himself through this music. Wow. And I like how now we've gone into the studio. So we've gone through this minimal job, this job we want to get out of, this situation, this position. And now we're going into studio to try to climb, to try to overcome our situations. Great visuals.
It's been a mirror for me. That's when I figured out that maybe I'm the one that's gotta make it on my own. Yeah, it's clear to see. A lot of people thinking what I'm doing is a gimmick. Everything you hear me writing, I've been living. I ain't quitting, sending money to my family, trying to show them that I miss them and I cherish every moment when I'm home, when I'm with them. And it's just the way that I feel in the industry.
Wow. You know, every moment that he has with his family, he cherishes it. He stays humble with that. He realizes what's still important in this life. And he's still trying to send money. So even though he's working hard and he's out on the road, he's grinding for his music, he still doesn't forget the important things. I mean, these are lessons for any person to live by. And I like what this camera's doing. Now we're kind of spinning it around and he's going with this faster flow and the camera is kind of matching this speed and this intensity. It's dope. Look at that. This is cool. It's like 360 thing. Lord knows. Meek Mill track right there. Nice little Meek Mill shout out, but also literally Lord knows. We know Nate's a Christian, shouting that out too.
In the industry of lames trying to get deals. Lord knows I'ma get it, that's Meek Mill. Yeah, I lay in my bed and I thinking there's gotta be more to me. I'm trying to pay off the mortgage and for the life of the people I love in the midst of it. I've always thought that if I learn from mistakes that I make, even losses are victories. That's when
even losses are victories. And I love that transition. Even Futuristic is rapping some of Nate's lines. It's like they're both connected on this song because they're telling the same story. They both had an epiphany about their music and about what they need to do to try to get to their dreams and try to achieve them. I like this. I really like these different connections. And shout out to Futuristic for then performing some of Nate's parts. That's not something you see a lot of times. Like sometimes two artists will get on a music video and there's a little bit of competition going on. There's a little bit of like one-upping each other, especially in rap and trying to look better. These two are working together and making great content, just making art.
Starts hitting me. If you set your mind to it, you can do anything. That's an epiphany.
And I didn't even talk about the losses or victories, sorry. Again, you learn more from your mistakes. Put yourself out there. Be willing to fail. Be willing to fall. Because it's not about how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you get back up and keep going. And only through failure can you learn, can you grow, can you evolve as a human being and get better. And eventually, it won't be a failure. It'll be a victory. That's what he's saying there. You know, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Who said that? Who said that? Comment below.
That's an epiphany, yeah. I had an epiphany.
Wow.
I had an epiphany, yeah.
That's a really cool scene because they're both sat there. So finally at the very end of the video, we have them together. But you're not sure if they're aware that the other person is there because they're both lost in their own minds and their own world. So it could just be showing the mirroring of the two, like they're not actually there together, or they could be coming together at the very end to connect it all and to have that final epiphany. Wow. What a cool video, man. Like, Nate just does not do features. He does not get on other people's tracks. I don't know how Futuristic made this happen, but huge shout out to Futuristic for doing this because the song connects perfectly with Nate's style and with his fan base, but Futuristic created his own lane and his own message and his own meaning from it. Futuristic, NF, you're Knox Hill certified. So hope you guys liked today's video. If you did, be sure to smash that like button. Comment down below any other Futuristic songs you want to see me do, NF songs, or if there's other artists you want to see me check out. I try to read all of your comments, guys. I respond to as much as I can, so please keep commenting and keep posting. Also, do me a favor, subscribe and notifications on. I just read a stat, 75% of you who watch these videos are not subscribed. If you like the content, you like what I'm doing, please do me a favor, help me grow. hit that subscribe button. You also might have been subscribed and might have been kicked off being subscribed. Double check that, guys. Make sure you are if you think you're subscribed. Appreciate you. It's the one and only Knox Hill. This is your reminder to stay safe, stay positive, man. I will catch you in the next video. I'm out.